Hey yo, how's it going, boys? What is up? Sora's back once again, and for today, I know it's a little bit late, but I'm gonna, share my preparation for the specific guild war, cause it's soon. By soon, I mean by the time of this recording is literally tomorrow. So that's we got that going for us. That's great. Yeah. So it took me a while to get this ready because I had to like farm Fasan quite a bit, like normal Fasan, because I had to like switch skills here and there. It was a little bit tough because we all know for a fact that it is 21 million this Guild War onwards. EX Plus is officially 21 million, and the training dummy for the training dummy is also changed as well for EX Plus. So we all can test that, but either way, it's kind of hard for me to at least give some sort of what's that word, like suggestions and stuff this time around, because it's a little bit Pepega too in a way, but I can try my best to let you know some of the things that I will consider that will help you greatly for your OTK stuff. Whether or not you want to think, whether or not you think that the so-called handbook thing, this thing is any good, I wouldn't say so, because what this thing is actually providing is EX only. It's not EX plus, because I tried this Pepega grids and it doesn't even hit anywhere close to 21 million. So yeah, they didn't say EX plus either way, so they're just saying EX. So EX only requires you to hit 15 million after all. So yeah, anyway, my grid is only consisting of 2 harps. Yes, I'm only consisting of 2 harps. My summons all okay. Big disclaimer here. The only way for me to actually get this done is having plus marks. But I'm fairly certain with like the crew skills and shit, I don't think I need like a full plus mark grid. Because I have to... Right now I'm testing without the crew skills thing, right? Because usually what we tend to do, or pretty sure a lot of other crews tends to do, will put the extra 10% elemental attack up or whatever, right? For the said ship. So you always have that up. So we don't have that for this one. And in order for me to consistently get the 21 million, for me, is I have to get all plus marks. But I think once that comes into play, I should not need that. But honestly, if you ask me, right, a lot of things can be really solved quite easily if you have the characters this time around. Because this specific EX Plus setups, I would also consider that it's very easy to get there if you have a lot of characters that are relatively nuking and shit. Like Vera, Grand Monica, Meteon, or whatever shit like that. If you have those kind of characters, yeah, it makes things a lot easier if you have those characters that does the extra nuke, blah blah blah, those kind of shit. So yeah, so for like my summon 2, I put all plus marks to actually get it consistent. So yeah, I'm only using 2 harps but I will only say that this is only somewhat doable for me if I'm using 2 harps is because of Opus. If you do not have 5-star Opus, probably you will not be able to replicate what I have unless you're using Grand Monica or something. I'm forced to use Lyria at this point, and I also had to level my Vera quite a bit because previously I fucked up her skill EMP or whatever, but now I changed it and she has quite a high stat ring. So I maxed out her Ogi, could crit whatever, attack, blah blah blah, so she can have a more consistent nuke every time. And I also put her in the back because Lyria is there, so Lyria does that defend down thing, and very hopefully nothing happens with Vera, right? And then again, well, things tends to get very consistent when CAT is in the pool. But another thing is that because we kind of want to reduce the buttons like crazy, right? If you're wondering, this setup I'm using is only 2 buttons. If I recall correctly, it should be 1 button during assault time. I'll demonstrate it later. So like I said, those few characters I mentioned earlier, those are probably like your best bet for Guild War. And obviously you need CAT for that to be full limit break as well, to give you like, you know, min max damage or whatever shit. So yes, if you really want to go for like the standard lineup or whatever, probably 3 harps might help, but I'm using 2 harps. And the other thing that is probably really key is having the class weapon for Croissant, Chrysor, whatever you want to call it. The class weapon is very, very important. If you do not have Wind Hose or this class weapon, well, you probably want to use the stupid Arcarum weapon or some shit, right? Because apparently some people actually are using that if you don't have it. But class weapon is really, really good. Yeah, class weapon is great. If you do not have Wind Hose, you could also probably consider Ultima in there as your auxiliary weapon. You probably also be able to buff your team with that, so that will help because it gives you like wind attack up. That will help, but you have to make it to win though, so you can put it in other element. But yeah, there's a few other weapons that you can consider. But yeah, I have Wind Hose, so I'm using Wind Hose. It buffs the entire team, it helps the entire team, yada yada. You know, it helps out. It makes my life easier and shit like that. But yeah, the other thing probably is obviously I would say is this one. This Nataku Spear is also a very good some weapon that you can consider. I'm not sure why am I saying all this honestly, because it's already too late for a lot of people, but yeah, I might as well just put this out for now if you're still farming in the middle of Guild War. By the time this video comes out, it's gonna be super late anyway, but yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, but yeah, the only thing that I haven't fully upgraded is the fist. I was actually considering to put 5 stars on the fist, but I don't think I need that after all. Yeah, use 1 gun. I think gun at full limit break is also enough anyway. But the one that you really probably need is Judgment. You don't really need HRT. I do have HRT, but I would prefer to just go for full stat sticks instead of having another extra cap or whatever. Because I'm not exactly hitting that cap anyway. Excuse me. So the other thing is that the last thing I want to mention is that it's not shown here, but it says here I'm using Ogi cap, right? But this needs to be changed to skill cap for my case, because if it's Ogi cap, I'm not going to be able to do that, because the nukes, all the damage comes from MC and Vera, not really on these two. Maybe a little bit on Lyria, but not too much on Siete, because sometimes Siete's damage can be very inconsistent, because his buff only appears after he Ogis, right? So this two's damage can be a little bit more consistent thanks to Siete. But most of the damage does come from MC, because MC just nukes all the shit because of his whatever thingy here. Just because this weapon is so damn strong. Anyway, alright, let me demonstrate, I guess. So for non-assault time, well, obviously Long Dong is the way, because, you know, makes things a lot easier kind of shit. And it should work. I tested this before and it did, so hopefully it doesn't fuck me over right now, yeah? Thank you. So yeah, MC does majority of the damage, but yeah, you just... Because sometimes it happens like Siete doesn't do much damage and shit, and sometimes it does, this does more kind of shit. I know Vera and Lyra will be able to do more and stuff like that. But yes, that's honestly, I think getting the hurdle, past the hurdle of outside of assault time with 2 buttons is considered like quite a feat already. Because honestly, during assault time, it's not really that hard either way. Because during assault time, I can probably just, you know, just use Grimnir or Tiamat or whatever, like my normal thing, which allows me to get proper damage either way. So if I recall correctly, during assault time, I am able to just press dual arts, I think, for it, right? Yeah. So dual arts, yeah. I should be able to get it done more consistently when I have I mean, I did tested this like quite a bit of times, right? Okay. Right? Yeah, see? I went back and tested quite a bit, right? Kind of. Yeah, there it is. 21 million. Yeah, all this is consistent. Yeah, you see this exact same setup as I was using. So yeah, I did tested this already, like for consistency wise. It is consistent. Kind of. But yeah, it is pretty consistent. on the current setup that I have right now. It is pretty nice, I guess, with just 2 buttons and 1 button during assault time. But the other thing you could probably use is that if you want to make your life slightly easier and you have this specific summon, I'm pretty sure you should be fine. If you have Freyr, the only problem with Freyr is that it's fucking slow, right? Especially if you full limit break it. Honestly, I think you should just keep it at 0 stars or like max limit break at most, because full limit break makes it slower because you have an extra, probably you waste an extra half a second, or if not an extra second because of his stupid ass dispel cancel or some shit. It's really, really bad. But honestly, having Freyr summon does help you quite a bit when it comes to making consistent Ogis and shit for your set OTK setup. Hi, bird. But yeah, that's the only thing you have to deal with. If you don't really care too much on the animation on Freya's call, I think Freya is a pretty good summon to actually consider when it comes to that. Yeah, I think that's it though. Like, I don't think I have really much else to like suggest though, because like, I honestly really think when it comes to OTK in general, if you have like a decent grid like Magna or even Magna 1 and stuff, I'm pretty certain you can get it done with just a few characters, a few key point characters. If you have those characters, your life is quite simple and easy to go through if you have those characters. And I can assure you that having Grand Monica really helps you a lot, because she can nuke like crazy, and then you just, if you use skill cap and stuff, with Vera is definitely going to be helpful as well. So yeah, so it's like in that case you just focus on skill damage and shit. You don't really need Ogi and stuff because most of your damage comes from your skill nukes anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. I mean, yeah, the other thing is that, yeah, maybe I could probably suggest other characters as well, but the problem is that I think you have to press way too many buttons as well. But if you're in that position where you need to press extra buttons, using Vera isn't half bad as well, because Vera does allow you to debuff as well. This thing, her S2 does allow you to do some extra debuff if you so need. And I mean, because you can press S1 for her, right, at turn 1. Then the other thing is that you can also probably press, if you have Siete, you can press his S1 for some reason if you think that you do not have enough damage or whatever. His S1 does give him CA specs, so he's able to nuke more consistently as well. And also another one would be yeah, Yoda kind of helps too. UL kind of helps too. Yeah, because those characters allows you to get extra damage, but the problem with that is that they need to press extra buttons, right? So that kind of sucks. So the other characters would probably be where is Sochie? Sochie is probably another character. I don't see Sochie. Oh, there she is. Sochie does help you a little bit because she links with another character, right? So you can probably put that on MC. So both her and MC will have the CA specs or whatever shit. So that will help, hopefully. The other one would be probably, I guess, also Morigna. I guess Morigna kind of helps, but then the other one also would be, I guess, not too much of Hellas, I think. The other one I would say best one is Ulysses as well, but Ulysses also requires you to press extra buttons. But yeah, Sochie helps a lot. Sochie definitely helps a lot because of that thing. This thing is helpful. You just basically link this with someone else and then you just call it a day. If you need a buffer, I guess Cat can kind of help you, but nah, she's not really that great because she does add this, so it makes it slightly better and stuff like that, but you know. But yeah, those really few ones is probably just like Sochie, Vera, Yoda, Ulysses, UL. Yeah, Summer UL, I mean. Then yeah, Monica. There's only those few. But probably the best ones is Grand Monica and Vera, because they don't really require much buttons and they still do things, right? Like, probably the few ones like Yoda and Ulysses requires you to press extra buttons, so that's not really that great. Sochie as well. But if you need that, then by all means, right? Go right ahead. But yeah, I guess for now, that's like the only thing I can let you guys know what I'm up to. What I've been doing with my OTK setup. I know this took a while, but I apologize, but yeah, that's about it for my preparations for the OTK setup on Win Favorite Guild War, which is coming in tomorrow. But yes, that's it. So hopefully you guys find this helpful. I hope, because even though this video is gonna be up very late, but yeah, hopefully you find this helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, Pepega, Ricardo Flick, all that good stuff. Yes, I love you all. Thank you. I'll see you guys on the next video on stream. Bye.